everything looks so different on StreamYard. Pop! Here I am. Okay, let's see. I brought with me my Tunisian blanket to work on. So I need to, you know, I said I didn't like to work on it down here, but I need to get it done like now. So you need to go make cup number 2. Look, I've got cup 1 and 2 in here. Hello, Monique. Just using this basket as storage for now, just to get it off my desk. Hello, Kimberly. Glad you're safe and sound. I'm glad there's that everybody that I know in that area is safe, even if things aren't great between us. I'm glad everybody's safe. I really, really am. Okay. I gotta make room because I gotta... Oopsies. Hello, Rebecca. Hello, Lisa. Crazy weather. Yep, and we're supposed to get severe weather starting tomorrow, possibly. So, I don't know what they mean by severe, but... let's see. Okay, this needs to go to church tomorrow. Just sticking them over there. Yeah, she said they had a tornado, you said, go by about 20 minutes from you. That's a little close for comfort, too. I've had a couple of them close by here this year, but, yeah, we didn't get any damage either, so. So today we have flag football in a couple of hours. Well, a few hours, actually. I got a blank sheet of paper here. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Not cover up those forms because I need to take those with me. Yeah, we've had some go within like 5 to 10 minute car drive from us. Like, I think the closest we've had them was within like 10 miles. Good morning. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to... it's stuck to the desk. Sorry for that. I'm moving this closer. You're not going to see me doing it, but you will hear it. Bag number 4. My goodness, you are a crocheting fool. Here, I'll do this. Can you see it? Well, you can't really see it. There we go. Okay, let me move this out of the way. All right, so you're just going to see this. I think I'm going to keep it right there. Hello! I need to cake up some yarn for my blanket, so that's what I'm going to do real quick. And yes, I have to do it in order. Hello, Erica. Going to session 2 of a pine needle bat. Ooh, that sounds fun. See, this is why I pull the side one out, because look what's happening. I'm pulling this, and you see that little, it's pulling the other one through it. And it's pulling this tight. That's why I always pull those, but like I said, I forget sometimes. So I'm going to pull that out, and now it'll pull nicely. So can you guys see what I'm doing here? So you can, all right. Nope, it's not going to stay where I want it to. You can kind of see a couple of my baskets on the floor there. All right, I'm going to move this over just a little bit more. I need to make more room on my desk. All right, so this is my favorite ball winder, yarn winder. I've had it for, I have almost gone 10 years with this thing, guys. You you can't see it, but let me unscrew it here. Hello, everybody. So this piece right here, and you know what? Here, I'll do this. So this gear right here, and then this arm right here on with the gears attached to it. I bought those replacement pieces as a set for $16.95, shipping included in that, guys. Had my husband help me replace those gears, and y'all, this thing works like it's almost brand new. And it's been almost a year on my new gears, so I'm getting several, almost a whole new. Oh, I forgot to put it on the arm. Oopsies. Rebecca, I replaced them. Well, okay, I don't know how long they lasted because it was a couple of years that I was going where it was like being a pain in my butt, and I finally just, I don't know, I just started doing some research or something last year, found out I could replace this. I was like, well, let's see if that works. If it doesn't work, I'll just get a new one. Y'all, this is an $80 ball winder, and I replaced gears for $17, and I didn't have to buy another $80 ball winder. So I was happy with that. So I don't know. It just depends, I guess, on how long you. Oh, I need to put this over here. How long you not how long, how much you use it, I guess. I don't know. So let me know if this is too loud. Hello, Kendall. So I'm going with StreamYard this morning. I don't know if you guys noticed that. So how loud is that? Is that okay? So yeah, I've had the same machine minus the gears that I replaced. And I didn't replace the gear that's up underneath this one, just the two pieces on the piece that attaches to the desk. I replaced those two pieces for $17. Like, it was $16.95, and it had free shipping. So I bought the gears for $17. It was worth the money. Yeah, the one thing with this machine is it is a little on the loud side, but honestly, for a quality machine, I don't care. So, woohoo, ball winding! I'm sure you guys would rather see my face. I can slouch. How's that? You can see both of it. It's not too bad. If it's too loud, I won't do all of them. I can do just the one. But I have 6 more color. No. Do I want to do the black one? Sure. I don't know if I'll need it though. That's the thing. I think I'm just going to do the colors. So I have 5 more after this to do. And it works up pretty quick too if I go fast. If I'm not slowing down to talk. So I can go like this. And yes, I am holding it because that way, if for some reason I get like a tangle, I can catch it before it goes through the arms. So just keep winding, just keep winding, 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 winding away. This is actually kind of relaxing. I'm like just sitting back, my legs across, and just sitting here winding away. Oh goodness. But this needs to get covered up because I'm not happy with that area. Just keep winding, just keep winding. Yeah, so I need to get these wound up, so it's just easier to work from these cakes than it is the skeins. I mean, it's not loud in person to me. I don't mind it. My arm is getting a little tired, so I'll take a break in between them. So, like, I don't know if you can see, I'm getting less and less space right here. I was getting to almost this point right here before I replaced my gears, and my yarn would start going underneath, and I was like, no, like you're supposed to fit up to 10 ounces of yarn on here. And I was doing brand new skeins, just like this one, and this one is only, how much are these again? 7 ounces. This is 7 ounces, and I still got plenty of room, and it just for some reason wouldn't do 5 ounces. And I'm like, what is going on with this thing? And then it even got to the point where this was like, it was like hard to crank it, like wind it. And so, and just replacing those gears, this thing went to where it actually will fall down. It will fall down, like it's so loose. I love it. See, it just kind of, it's so loose now. Like, not loose in a bad way, but it's like, it's, you know, and look, I got my 7 ounces on there. I still have a little bit of room. And then I just take the tail on the outside and just kind of, like, just kind of tuck it in there. Pull that out of there. I don't necessarily do all this padding and stuff, but yeah, I just take the end and just kind of stuff it down in there, and it holds it pretty good. And it stays in that cake shape until it collapses at the very, 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 very end of it. Were they easy to replace? I had my husband help me with it, just because, I don't know, it utilized some tools of his, and I don't know, I wanted him to feel helpful. I guess. I don't know. So, okay, this one doesn't have a tail tucked in the inside from the outside. So, but look at that. I could see this one tucked at the end. It's a pretty cake. And look, I think that took, I don't know, 5 minutes of jabber jabbering. I will say that you do have to contend with static a little bit with this, but it's mostly just from the yarn, not the machine itself. But there's times where I'll be cranking this, and like my hand will hit this spot right here on the crank. It'll discharge that electrical. So, but yes, they were easy to replace. They send you a visual instructions with pictures and things to replace them with, and it gives you a detailed instructions on how to do it. So if I go really fast, I can get all these done in about probably, I don't know, 15-20 minutes. Because usually I just sit here and just wind away, because there's really not much to hearing things, and so I just sit here and do this until I'm done winding. Hello, Angela! Yeah, I'm just winding up my cakes for my colors for the blanket. You can't see it now. Sitting on top right here for this blanket. I'm running low on my yarn, so I think I can get another, I might be able to get another repeat out of what I have in there, but because I'm utilizing that word might, I'm going ahead and winding these up so I can be ready. The book sleeve is almost done. Nice. Yeah, so how many of you cake all your yarn before using it? I've only started doing it now because it's easier to pull from this than the full skeins, because like if you have a lot of colors like this. What was I gonna do? I was gonna say something. You only cake up the hanks. I just find it easier. I'll have to show you the basket when I'm done with this one. I'll show you the basket with my yarn in it. Because I use, so the thing is if you use, if you don't cake it up and you use it in a skein, it like if you're changing a lot of if you're changing your colors a lot in a project and the skein starts to get floppy, it's harder to move the floppier skeins around than the cakes. So like, look, if you were to move this around, you see that? Like, that it would just get messier and messier. And so that's why I like the cakes. Yeah. Well, and I have to admit that, see, this orange is thicker. It's gotten to the edge a lot faster. So this, I don't know if it'll do it, but you can notice I'm slowing down. And that's because I'm getting to the edge of the cone, and I don't, if it goes, see, it's going underneath right here. See this? It was doing this a lot further in. But this makes more sense because there's no cone left for it to wrap on. But look, I only have this much left. So if for some reason it keeps doing it, I will literally just take it out of the arm and just spin it around the outside of the cake and be fine. But I think I can get the rest of this on there. Yep. See, it's doing it one more time right there. So what I'm just going to do is, I don't know why this orange is thicker, but it is. I'm going to pull it out of this arm, both of the arms, and I'm literally, I can sit here and hold it back here and keep it out of the way of the arm, and I can just spin the cake around and it just wraps around the outside. And a lot of times this I get hit right there when I'm getting closer. Because it's, you know, going around. Get in there. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why this orange is just thicker, but it is. But you know what? It got on there. I used to not be able to get all that on there, and now I can, so. But let me show you my cakes in this basket, and it'll show you why I like the cakes. And I even have a floppy skein in there too. And I have them in here like this, and they don't get moved around very much, and so they're able to, the cakes are able to fall flat and not, what's the word? Get too tangled up. So I'm going to move this one out of the way because this one's still fairly caked up. But you can see in there, look, those are all my leftovers of my cakes. But like this red one right here, it's getting floppy, but it's not going to be moved necessarily. And so they stay in here in their cake shapes, and they are literally just collapsing down. And you see this floppy skein on top? This is the one black one I didn't cake up ahead of time. So it literally just sits on top. And I'm hoping that I don't run into a tangled mess eventually. So look, they just stay in there, and then when I go to my next color, I just find my tail, and it just pulls from the center again. And, you know, it just, I don't know. But you can see I'm getting low on yarn, so it looks like the green and the orange are going to probably be one of the first ones to be run out, but it's hard to tell. So I just am going to go ahead and cake them up and get it done. So let's see, why am I, okay. So there we go. I'm going to put that over there. Where am I at here? I know, I do too. Let's see. Lana found a crocheter who's cool with, loves 80s retro vibes and made a fun sardines can tapestry bag. I learned that They apparently have googly eye buttons. Oh my goodness, that's a... Thrifting at estate sales and shares her hauls. Oh, what's the next one? Yellow. Let's see, I got that tail. You know, I've noticed this with this yarn. I don't know if you guys get it. I think it's a pretty normal, common thing with I love this yarn, but look, it already had a tail sticking out. And if it doesn't, it's usually tucked in to a point where you can kind of see, like, let me see if I can tuck this in here. It's usually like, okay, I kind of made a little bit bigger hole, but you can kind of see the tail puff sticking out right here on the end. That's usually what'll, you'll either see that or you'll have a little tail hanging out. So let's get this on here. I need to move my cabled crochet, Tunisian crochet hook here because it was gonna get tangled up with my yarn or something. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Can always find that yarn tail pretty quick. Yep, so can I. Yet another reason I love the yarn. Takes space away from my yarn. There's a good reason to get rid of it. More space for the yarn. My whole desk is shaking from this. We're on cake number 3 in 20 minutes, but I didn't start right away, so it goes pretty fast. I hadn't planned on coming on, but everybody was like, Kim wasn't on yet, so I was like, well, do you guys need some company? I was like, I can go live for a little bit, but I need to work on this blanket, so. Hello, Erin. It doesn't take up too much space, and it also utilizes yarn. It's just smaller yarn. And honestly, can't you cross stitch with bigger yarn? You just have to do it with like bigger like material or something. Hello, Maritza. Can y'all see the yarn flying around in here? Or the fibers? I don't know if you can see it. But it is like, I can see the fibers in the air. When I get to doing this, it just like, there's just fibers flying everywhere in the air. I wish you guys could see it, but it's really tiny. Yeah, one thing I keep trying to do, Julianne, is planners. But I can never seem to actually get into the right routine of actually sticking with it. My hands are getting a little raw from running the yarn through them. You can do different cross stitch sizes? I thought so. Alright, I'm starting to get to the end here. And of course this likes to like tangle up on itself for some reason. Because it wants to misbehave. Pretty much. I'm good for about a day or two, and then it's like, oh yeah, I still need to play with that journal. Or not journal, planner. I think I still have it sitting over here. Oh no, I don't see it over here. Maybe it's covered up. Come on. What is going on here? Why are we wrapped around? Oh, that's not the one I wanted to pull. Where's this one at? I want this one right here. I can feel it. There it is. This one right here is getting, it's the outside one, and it's getting tangled up inside all this. because it's not tangled. I'm making it worse, but normally I don't have this big of an issue. Come on. Still getting, the outside one is getting tangled up with the one that's running to the cake. So I'm trying to get that one around the outside. Where'd it go? There it is. I don't know. You never know. People like to watch. I mean, really, if you, as long as you're just there talking, I don't think it matters what you're really doing. As long as this, you know, winding isn't too obnoxiously loud for you guys, I'll keep doing it. I still have about, again, it's not tangled. It's just the outside yarn is just trying to snag up with the one to the ball. So here, while I'm getting this untangled, well, unraveled, has anybody watched the movie? This doesn't happen to me every skein. Like, it just, for some reason, that outside tail, I didn't have a chance to pull it out. It was like not there. It was in underneath the ball band. So like I said, it's just it got caught up with the strand going to the yarn or the cake here, and so it caught it, and like it's trying to be yarn barf. Has anybody ever has anybody ever seen the movie Wicked? I watched that for the first time last night. It was a pretty decent movie, I have to admit. I'm a huge Wizard of Oz fan. Like, Wizard of Oz is like my favorite movie ever. And so I know Wicked is loosely based off of that because the author that wrote the Wicked book was a lot later than the Wizard of Oz person. Oh my goodness. Seriously? What in the world decided to get wound up? It was fine. I had you all fine. Definitely want to so you can actually watch the front and not the back. Watching my own show on my laptop. I've seen the music. Yeah, I haven't seen the musical. And I know it's based off of mostly the musical. Oh my gosh, Ariana Grande's acting in that show, in that movie is it's interesting for sure. It was very interesting to watch. Oh goodness, like just how she, I don't know, it was just funny. It was funny. Okay. See, this is what happened. It just got, like I said, it just got caught up on itself. I can just get this one more tail. I gotta pull it all the way through again, like I just got done doing. You had a tornado alert yesterday. Oh, that's right, Aaron. Oh my gosh, I forgot to check in on you. How are you doing? Oh, we didn't do it. We ended up doing it inside. It was way too windy to be outside yesterday. We had 20 to 30 mile an hour winds yesterday, consistent, and then wind gusts of 50, 55, and those wind gusts were pretty consistent yesterday. So yeah, Aaron, I'm so sorry. I don't know why I didn't think to check in with you. I hope it stayed away from you because you were close to all that. Oh my gosh, which direction is this going? Are we almost done? Oh my gosh. I don't know which one I'm pulling now. Where's the end? I need to pull This is getting quite frustrating. You know what? We're almost there. I think I can wind it now and be okay. Ah! Don't go below. I think I can wind it and be okay now. Maybe. Apparently not. Oh boy. It passed by quickly. Well, Jesus. My husband's being a turd today. He wants pictures. And I'm like, dude, I'm not sending you pictures on your phone. You don't understand that about me, apparently. I thought I was good. Yeah, so we didn't do the TV outside. I thought it would have been fun, but you know, the whole power, or the whole, whatchamacallit, the projector and sheet and thing wouldn't have worked out because it was way too windy yesterday. It's still fairly windy out there today, but it's a lot better than it was. Oh my goodness, Rebecca. There are still people trapped in rubble in the town just overflow. I'm so glad it's cooler and no rain for them in the rescue. Yes, exactly. That's crazy. Well, hopefully the number of unalived people is minimal to 0. So this looks like I'm gonna have to do it around the outside because it is getting to the point where, well, what am I doing here? I'm going crazy, y'all. And what just come out of this? So it is 51 outside for us right now. And I think we're supposed to be in the 70s today. And then tomorrow we're supposed to have, I guess, some nasty stuff roll through. I don't know. Woohoo, it's done. It's done. The yellow's a little bit thicker than the last yellow. Green. All right, so pull out that one. Yeah, see, look. This is what I was talking about. Like, you can just see the end. You can't really see it. It's right there. Just it didn't get pulled out quite enough, but it's right there. I don't know why I keep trying to put it on that side. I need a drink. Oof. It's funny. I have all kinds of cakes on my desk. Got these for the red, white, and blue blanket that I'm making in the peephole chevron, and then I need to redo this one because this is what my daughter did. Left a project on there she's not going to finish, so I need to recake that up. And I love this yarn too. It still has the wrapper inside. The ball band or whatever. It's not the wrapper. All right. You know, I have to give credit to Juan the Yarn Addict in putting a slip knot on this. Coming up with, I don't know if he came up with that on his own, but I have yarn that slides through these little pieces up here at the top a lot. And there's a few times I've had to restart caking a specific yarn. Like these, some of these, I love this yarn, are slippery enough that they slip through there, that they don't hold tight. And so I have to restart them 2 or 3 times, and I'm like, you know, I need to just start putting those slip knots in there. I just want to go fast and get it done. There goes all the fibers flying again. I wish y'all could see the fibers. I mean, if you guys wind up yarn, you know what it looks like. But this yarn, according to certain people that I've watched, say that it pills really bad when you wash it. Which, honestly, I've never really looked that close at the blankets that I've made with this, but because I've washed them. And I don't recall them being too pilly. Got 2 more colors. I'll say though, the breaks in between have helped because my arms aren't as tired anymore. But this is a necessity that I need to do. And I also, so I was gonna do a no buy in May. I have to do a no buy in June. My husband's getting a little bit perturbed. He walked into my daughter's room the other day and saw the pile of blanket yarn in her room and went, well, you know, just being silly and giving her a really hard time, was like, what the heck is this? This is some BS. Like, turn it into your mama. I said, it was blanket yarn for 70% off. I could not pass that up for her. And it was just her birthday, so I spoiled myself for my birthday month. And Julianne's spoiling me some more. Don't do it to me again, please. Come on, green. You're my favorite color. Don't let me down now. Don't let me down. Come on. This is like my favorite green right here. This emerald green. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed these earrings that I wear. I always wear these. These are actual emeralds. Real emeralds. I don't know if you can see them very well. And something I learned, there's 2 different types of gems out there. There's lab created ones, and then there's natural. Do not mind the dirtiness of this earring, but these are natural emeralds. Oh my goodness, this camera. These cute little emerald earrings. I got this from these earrings from my great grandmother around my 16th birthday. And they've been in my ears almost every day since. Now there's been, oh my gosh, the green yarn all over my desk, the green fibers. Like, hold on, see if I can collect them up here. I want to show you this. These are the fibers that stuck to the desk. Like, oh my gosh, the fibers on my desk. Oh, it's funny. And it's just from the green mostly, too. Like, ooh, y'all see that? That's just on the top of my desk from winding up the green. And the yarn fiber's flying in the ear now. Oh, you know what? I don't know if I'm going to go live tomorrow, so I should sing happy birthday to Rebecca. I think I will. Good morning, Mandy. That is so cool. So, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rebecca. And everybody in May. Happy birthday to you. Look how much left is on this. I don't think I did it that tight, but it makes me want to weigh these. Because that's supposed to be 7 ounces too, but do y'all see how much more is here? Look at the difference in size of these. My goodness, Kat. Did y'all hear that? Look at the difference in size. Same amount of yarn. It's weird. Ugh. Blue. Dale. this is, yeah, cat is got the zooms. Zoomy zooms. Now it is starting to get a little stiffer because it used to like fall a lot smoother, but it could just be. I may need to open it up and clean it out, maybe up underneath. I don't know. Because these gears right here are fine. I think it's the one up underneath, maybe. All right. Let's see if I can get it to stay on there. There we go. And many more. What kind of project tools did you get, Rebecca? I didn't see that part. You got yarn, market setup stuff. What kind of market setup stuff and project tools did you get? This year I'm going to finish up blankets and do little bits of like the little projects here and there. And maybe start kind of saving up an inventory and maybe possibly doing markets next year. Because honestly, this year, with all the blankets that I have, all the whips I have going right now, I don't feel like I should start inventory prepping, so to speak. So I feel like if I start now, I can collect over the next year or so or less and start looking at markets next year, craft fairs next year. Good morning, Izzy. What? How many? 41. See, I have to look again. I'm on StreamYard now, so I have to look around for stuff. Remind myself where everything is. Oh, there's a knot. See, that's another reason why I hold on to it. So there's a factory knot, but look at the factory knot in this thing. Y'all see it? It's barely there, but I test it. I take it and I go, and if it doesn't, like I don't want to stretch it too much, but if it doesn't come out, I just leave it. If it doesn't move any at all. That's a pretty good factory knot right there. I'll give them that. That was a good one. That was the first knot I came across in all. This is the 5th skein I've wound up this morning, and that was the first knot. And it's a good knot. You know, most of the knots are like fuzzy and like weird. Sometimes they do come out. A long table extender that goes up for more vertical display. Cool. For project tools, you got some braces for your for your elbows, which those are good tools, and a standing magnifying light. Plus 2 Ami pattern. Of course, you got to have Ami pattern books. So that's the other thing is I kind of want to make a few Amis, but like I feel like I need to finish what I have before I start any more. I don't know why I keep dragging my feet on. Seriously, Blue, come on. On starting Amis, but you start all these other things. Apparently, Blue wants to be like it's like yellow. Isn't blue and yellow? No, blue and red make blue's complementary color. No, yellow's complementary. What am I thinking here? Blue and yellow. Why? Blue wants to be like yellow. Y'all see this? It's just because it's got wrapped around its. Oh my goodness! I can't get very before it does it more. So I just keep hoping and keep going that it'll untangle itself. Usually I don't have this issue, but I think it's because it's up here on the desk. When I put it down on the floor, there's another factory knot. This must be the end of a run. 2 factory knots in here, y'all. You know, they're decent knots. They're not bad, but they're decent. You know, does that make sense? 39 skeins of yarn. I probably bought that many too, at least, because 2 of my Joann's trips were 20, 15 to 20, 16 to 20, somewhere in there, skeins of yarn. So yeah, I've done that at least once. Yeah, because even this blue, like, is slightly bigger. Makes me curious to see if maybe the green is just thinner this time around. Because the first set of skeins, the yellow was thinner. Doesn't make sense. So, do I go ahead and cake up? See, like this one's a little hard to find the end, but you can kind of see the tufty right here. And where to find the outside one? Where is it at? You know what? I'm just going to take this off. There it is. Okay. I'm going to see if that helps any. Because here's the outside one. If I can keep that one from getting tangled, maybe this will. 39 skeins is a good number. Lots of neutrals and tweed types. Ooh, baby alpaca. Did I put that in there right? Yeah. Charcoal. Blue orange. So Melissa H, I missed your comment. You're into gardening. What kind of flower plants did you get? Ooh, dill and cherry tomato plants. Yum. What kind of flower plants did you get? I love flowers. I found out, or I forgot, that I have Siberian irises out in my yard. I took some pictures the other day. I'll have to show you guys. I've got regular irises growing that are like a light lavender color. They're almost like a lavender blue. Because they almost have like a bluish color to them, but they're purple, like a lighter purple. I just want to get through this. If you go fast like this, you can get through these really quick. And the noise gets over faster. I'm about halfway through the skein already. Lilies, daisies, all the daisies, like the sunflowers, the mums. I mean, I love a lot of flowers. Honest, so. I just want to get this done. Okay, so should I cake up the black? I have one skein of black. But between the two that I have in the basket right now, I should be able to finish the blanket without caking up that extra black. So I think I'm going to hold off on. See, purple, you are just amazing. You're just like, all the other good ones. Just like green, not making me mad. Purple's another favorite. This is another one of my favorite shades of purple, is this one right here. It's like a royal purple. I think this is grape. Yeah, this is grape. I like grape. I like the darker purple too, but I like the royal, like royal purples, emerald green, and then like a gold color together. Mardi Gras colors. So, purple's done. We're done caking yarn. Yay! I got all 6 colors caked up. Now I'm going to move this out of my way. I'm going to move it back to the other end of the desk. I got to move all these out of the way now. Not that I need to keep them, because I don't need to keep them. Because I don't need them. I do look at the patterns to see if I want to keep them for the patterns, but... Alright, let me fix this real quick. Alright, center it. that about where it was, roughly? It was quick. Well, and it could have been a lot quicker had I not had, you know, doing the live with you guys. But I mean, I kind of like that set, kind of. I wouldn't make the fingerless gloves necessarily, but and that blanket's kind of cool, but I don't know. I'm just gonna toss them. I got plenty of patterns. If I, you know, if I really want to find patterns like this, I think I can go online, to be honest, and find them online. Okay, so now I think I'm trying to decide if I want to. I think, you know what, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pull this out and lay it over here. I'm gonna take this one out, set it down there. I'm tempted to pull this one out and recake it, or not recake it, cake it up, but I don't want to unattach it, unattach it from the yarn it's already attached to. I don't want a knot if I don't have to put a knot. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my new cake and I'm going to take my yarn, find this outside strand here, set that down gently, and I'm going to go ahead and attach because I'm going to need it. I know I will, so. Ooh, I might actually do that. Thanks for that idea. Oh, I'm going to yell at my kids. I want them to bring my stars down. You know what? I'm going to go grab my star mats and show you the two. I actually finished 2 of them yesterday. You know what? I put that on wrong. Yep, it's being... I think I'm going to do that now too. But I'm making them in cotton so they can be used with heat for me. So I can give them away, you know, be like, look, you can put hot items on this. All right, I'm going to run and grab them real quick. I'll be right back. I'm so sorry that took me longer than I meant to. Oh, I'm sure I missed you. Bye, Marianne. Y'all, I actually finished them 100%. So this is the one I was working on yesterday. This is technically the front, I think, because it told me to put the right sides together. Although the back, I kind of like the way they have like these little ridges. This one's still growing on me with the colors. I feel like I should have done more of these and picked one of these colors. Which I could still make another one, but it turned out really cool. And Jeremy gave me the idea, I think yesterday, where he's making a blanket or wants to make a blanket with these diamond motifs. I think this would make a really fun blanket. I just don't know how I would attach more to this. You know what I'm saying? Like, here's the other one I did, but I did 2 colors on this one. So like, how would you attach more diamond motifs like that? I don't know. So here's the second one. I'll take this one down. So I'm always trying to use up variegated and then get a solid with it. So I know, and they're really, really simple to make. So like, you know, these would, I want to try one doubling up the yarn and seeing how thick it makes it, because these feel thin. So I'm not entirely sure how this will work with like a hot pad, as a hot pad. But it may be like, you know, like a dish. So a dish, like a casserole dish might fit on this. I don't know, something. Oh, I need another drink. Time. I just got an email from Joanne. Time's up. Oh, Jared. Speaking of Jeremy, he sent me a message. Time's up. Final days are now. Don't miss your final chance. Well, my final trip was Thursday. I really think that my store that I go to, they're done getting trucks, because the amount of yarn they had in there was significantly less than what they had the last time I was in there at 60% off, because the yarn was down to 70% off when I went in there. So where are we at? 57. Okay. I can go longer. I just don't want to I want to make sure I'm not going to like go live with anybody else, like Kim or something. But I'm fine staying on. As long as y'all are fine hanging out with me. I'm trying to undo a knot that I put in here without like splitting the yarn too much. I got fibers all over me from caking up that yarn. I feel like I got it in my mouth too. Oh my gosh, y'all. Yesterday, oh, pictures. I was going to show you pictures. I don't know if you're going to be able to tell in this picture or not. Yes, I know that one's offline. It's going to stay offline until I turn it back on. I don't know if you're going to be able to tell very well from this picture, but I was heading home from Walmart yesterday, and you can see Walmart in the picture. But the clouds, if you look at the clouds in this picture, I don't know if you can see it real well, but those clouds are actually dust, not clouds. They were dust clouds. I don't know if you can. How do people say turn down the brightness? Does that help? No, that's too bright, too low. Can you see the dust? Like, it's hard to see it, but there is. There, you can kind of tell. It looks rainy, but all of that is dust. The wind has been blowing so much over the last 2 days in the 50-mile-an-hour gusts and all that, and it's been kicking up the dirt, and you could feel it in your mouth, the dirt, the dust. But here's my Siberian irises. Come on, phone or camera. There we go. Let's see, which way is it? This way? There you go. There's the flowers. I took some close up so you could see it. And I had to hold it. That's why you see my hand, because I had to hold the iris. So, and even the petals were still getting fluttered around because of the wind. And then here are the other ones. You'll have to tell me what color y'all think that is. It's in the camera's gonna make it look blue. Darn it. It looks like a light purple. It's like a light purple on my end. It's almost like a bluish purple, like a violet purple, a pastel violet. Or no, indigo, sorry. Because indigo is the blue purple. Violet is purple purple. Okay, did I get this untied yet? Yeah, they are huge. We've got a decent amount of rain around here to water things, and so like the plants and things just, what's the word I'm looking for? Just exploded. Oh, come on. I got the knot out. It's just trying to split the yarn here. So it took me so long upstairs to go get the star mats, because I had my youngest run up to me and go, I want cereal. Really? Now? You want cereal now? Okay, fine. So I had to really quickly get him a bowl of cereal. So at 10:12, I told him, I was like, I am not, like, you guys are gonna have to do your own breakfast. Like, I ain't gonna remind you to eat if you're hungry. So he wasn't hungry till almost 10 o'clock, I guess. Oh well. Some days we just kind of, eat when we're hungry and not really by certain times. Some days we eat like at odd times of the day, and it's just what it is. So I'm attaching my new cake to my old cakes. And then I'm going to, I need to cut the little tails off, but I gotta get a pair of scissors out. Ooh, dragon wing panel. So have you made one of these before, Rebecca, or is this a brand new thing for you? I feel like somebody's made a huge thing like that before. I thought it was you. Now on to the spikes. Okay, I can't wait to see this thing done. All this work you're putting into this dragon. I sure hope that you get your money's, like if you sell it or whatever, I hope you get your money's worth for it, because it's going to be awesome. All right, so I'm literally going to set my old cake on top of the new cake, just like this. And as I run out of the old one, the old one, it'll just start pulling from the new one. Which they're not all going to fit in here if I remember right. So I'm going to have to stack some of them on top of each other. But when they got smaller, I was able to cake them up before I attached them to the blanket when they were still like this. I was able to cake them up into smaller cakes. Oh, fun. Oh, okay, the green one and a blue one, and this one is yellow and gold. I cannot wait to see that. And you've sold them for $300 and somebody actually bought them? Wow, that's awesome. That is just amazing. Let's see. Oh, it would just be easier just to, stick them in here once I was done with the old ones, but you know me, I can't be easy. Now I just got to find the tail on the outside of this one. Wherever, there it is. Right there. That, $300. I wish I could sell something for $300 and somebody bought it. That would be awesome sauce. I'm so glad for you that somebody did spend that much and was happy with it. Yes, I'm curious about that too. How long does it take? How long do you think it takes from start to finish? Because when did you even start on this one? Because just out of the blue, you're like, oh, I've got this many panels done or something, and we're all like, holy buckets. Well, it's gonna work. Yeah, I don't remember. I think it's been a couple weeks, right, since you started this one? I'm guessing. I just don't remember. Still haven't heard anything about my cabinets, supposedly. And I don't remember when we ordered them, actually. I feel like it's been like 3 or 4 weeks, but I think it's only been like 3. Well, I'm still impressed they spend that much. But yeah, 120 hours. Should sell for more, but people don't buy it higher. That's crazy. Crazy. All right, which way is that going? Okay, what is going on here? Oh, that's the tail for the middle. Okay. Fibers are still flying in the air, I think, or something. I don't know, because I keep having to get my face. Good morning, KK. So glad to see you. I am caking up more yarn because I'm running low on the colors, so I'm going on to the next ones. I'm going to need them, so I'm going ahead and doing it now. Look, I can only get 2 across. This might have been a mistake because I'm not going to be able to fit all 6 of them in here right now because they're too big. Because the purple and blue don't leave any room at the end. I mean, the green one is smaller, but even then, it's still not that small. Yeah, I bet they are, because people see those and go, what in the world? Those are crocheted? What? Those are awesome sauce. We gotta go check that out. Oh my goodness. This green is like a mess. Yeah, like I said, when I first started this project, I had to stack some of these colors anyway, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to put them in here and still use the old ones. So 10:20. Yeah, he's eating a late breakfast, so hopefully we'll take some snacks or we'll eat a light lunch or something. He'll end up eating again, I'm sure. But we need to eat a light lunch so that way we're not all sitting there hungry till 2 o'clock. I was talking about eating a lunch so we're not sitting till 2 o'clock being hungry. Oh. And we got to figure out how I'm going to get you something instead of shaved ice, because you're going to be playing while we get it. It's not going to stay frozen, dude. He's like, bring a cooler. I'm like, it ain't going to stay frozen in a cooler. Like, I'd have to go get ice just to keep it frozen, kind of. And even then, is it going to stay frozen? Oh. All right. So on to yellow. Like I said, I am not going to get... Like, this red is going to have to sit on top. Or I'm just going to have to wait to put the red in here. I'm going to need to clean out the bottom of this. I hope I'm not boring you guys. Like I said, I figured I'd come keep you company while I did this. because I need to do this anyway, so. Not at all. I hope not. I know sometimes for me when it's too quiet, it's kind of like I need some talking or entertainment. And like, so like I try not to be too quiet all the time. Oh, nice. Oh, I can't wait till that's done. Huh. Yeah, it never got on a different one. That's weird. Been here the whole time. 40 dragon. Still entertaining. Well, I appreciate that, Melissa H. Yeah, just hanging while you guys do whatever you do with me. And I get this done. So, I mean, I'm not doing anything exciting. I'm literally just going through and attaching my... Oh, I might be able to get one more in here, but it's going to be a tight fit. It is dirty at the bottom. Like, the orange might be able to fit in here. Like I said, it's going to be a tight fit. It's going to mess up the cakes a little bit. Oh well. They're not tangled or nothing, so we're good. We're just going to go like that. And then I'll just stack the red on top. I'll scoot this purple over a little bit and just stack it right there. It'll be fine. I'll make it work. There we go. We're good. We're good. It's just the red will be up on top like this. It'll be up above the basket, unlike all the rest of it. But I'll get them all in there. Let's see, where is the outside of this orange? I don't want the center. I want the outside. Oh no. Which one's the center? Which one's... Okay, I think that's the center. That's not the one I want. I want the outside. Hello, Jojo. I have till Thursday, Friday. Well, that's my goal. So my youngest is having surgery on Friday morning. So even if I have to do some last minute like border work, which the last 5 rows of this blanket, I will not have any of these colors. I will just have the black. And so that'll go a little quicker. Cannot talk. And then, you know, if I have to do that while he's in surgery and then tying in tails while he's, you know, or tying in tails, something. I'll take it with me and I'll finish what I need to finish while we're at the hospital. And then hopefully I want him to be able to have it Friday night when he goes to bed. I hope I can get it done. So I have to get 4 colors. That means I have to do 3 rows per color, but I need to do up to 4 colors a day just to finish it by Thursday, Friday, which is feasible. I've done nothing on it today except for 1 row of purple, but that finished up my 6th repeat. So I'm just starting my 7th repeat. I have 4 repeats to go before I'm done. So I just started on the red. So I am actually going to attach the cake, but first, oh no, how am I going to do this? I still got to put the black in here. Oh. All right, I'm going to scoot these over. I'm going to put this on this side right there. I got to hold the blanket and get these situated because they're all twisted. Oh, hold on a second. What pattern are you going to use for the blanket? Are you talking about this one, Melissa? What blanket are we talking about, Melissa? H. I'm gonna get my yarn situated here. Okay, this has to come out, go down and around. And I'm losing yarn on the outside. I think it's just trying to come undone. So this is the Gigabyte blanket that I'm working on. And I just, like I said, I gotta do, okay, this goes right here. And then, can I squeeze these together and put my black right here? I think I can make that work. Yep, it's in Tunisian. And it's almost done. Well, I mean, I choose to think it's almost done. Oh no, don't roll over the blanket. Get off the blanket. There we go. Somehow the wheel got on top of the blanket. So this is my the Tunisian blanket. It's called the Gigabyte blanket by MDL Crochet. And I'm changing colors every 3 rows. So actually, before I get onto this red, I need to go through and catch these up because I'm trying to do these sew the tails in every repeat, but the last 4 repeats I've done the tails after 2 repeats instead of 1. So I need to go through and this fuzz in my face. I need to go through and tie those in. So, or not tie them in, sew them in. You haven't started it yet. It's yet. Well, if you don't want to take as long as me, don't do 180. Because I'm pretty sure I did 180 just between the black. So the black added on another 12. So I think it's 192. Honestly, I don't remember. I thought I was in the 180s with the black, but the border. But the border's built in, so once I get done with the last purple, I'll literally just continue on with the black for 5 rows and be done. So the other end will look like this, except it'll be on top of these and not the bottom like this. And that you have the tails on the ends. I only have tails on this end. These are the only tails I have. I don't have any tails whatsoever over here. I attach on that end and end on that end, if that makes sense. So I start and stop on the same side. The only one I might have is this one black tail when I cut this one off. When I go across for my border rows, I'm just going to continue on with this black on this side until I run out of it, and then I'll attach this one back to the end of the other one and continue if I need to. So, oh, I got hair in my face. Do you ever itch both eyes and you really only need to itch the one and you keep itching both until you're done itching? That's what I was just doing just now. Like I started itching both, but then this one had an itch on it, and so I just kept going on both sides. Okay, where did that go? There it is. Okay. This is the pouch that needs to stay with the blanket, and I keep forgetting to put it back in here because I went through 2 colors before I finally cut off the purple and the blue. So let's see. It is 10:30. I'm sitting at 1 hour and 20 minutes. Dropping my stuff here. Yes, yep, it's at the color changes I have the ends. Yep. Yeah, your C2C blanket is turning out awesome, KK. I need that back out. I need a needle because I'm going to start sewing in tails real quick. 20 done? Holy crap. Sorry, but that's the only one I could come up with. That was quick. So yeah, I just need to, I don't know. That's what's creating this, like, I don't know if you can see this little ridge right here, is all my tails being sewn in. You're Tunisian? Oh, you just said glad these spikes are fast. I didn't see that until now. I don't know how I missed these comments. And then trying to sew these tails in on the back without it coming through to the front is fun. But no, I think it's the one with all the blue squares that I'm thinking of, the C2C. The one you're joining as you go. That one's looking cool. Oh my goodness, I need the scissors out of here now too. I guess I wasn't done with the pouch. Oh my goodness. Oh, the one with gray stripes. I don't know if I've seen that one. The head, body, and legs are the real time takers because you have to do them around wire frames. That's got to be interesting. You know what you need to do with that is you need to try to, if you can and if you want to, try to take some like progress pictures as you go to kind of show the process. You know, because that would be fun. You could like get some display frames and actually display some of your process pictures on your table. And honestly, maybe that might get you a little bit more understanding of how much work goes into those things. You know, I've seen that kind of thing at booths before where they show like progress pictures of the process. All right now. Oh, jeez. Is it even charged?
It says 1%.
Well, it's gonna die. Just because they're playing their computers doesn't mean Jonathan needs to play my tablet. Getting on my nerves, dude. Yeah, you should display that. Ugh. I am so glad I am doing these as I go, because oh my word. Trying to do, like, I would never make this blanket again if I waited to the end. Because the amount of tails I would have had. Because just in, what is it, 24 colors, that's 24 times 2 in tails. Yeah. Oh, wait, I'm going to go one more. Yeah, because if people see you working on it, like seeing the pictures, maybe they might be like, oh, well, now I see why that's worth $500. You know, maybe they'd be more willing to spend $500 on it or something. Try it and see. You never know. And if it doesn't sell, then drop it back down to 300. But yeah, like, I think you need to sell your work for what it's worth. I don't know how much it would be worth because you said, what, 120 hours for those things? One of them? 120 hours. That's a lot of time. But yeah, I've seen, you know, pictures of people, you know, going through the process of making whatever it is they're making. Now I'm really boring you. I mean, I'm sewing tails in. How exciting is that? I did record a video today. I don't know how much recording I'm actually going to get done today. I was actually contemplating recording videos for the flag, but I don't know if I'm going to get that done. I'm not feeling it now. Like just today, like I'm not feeling like doing the recordings. So at the end of all these color repeats though, I don't know if you can see right here, I tie the two ends together and then I sew them in. And then that way, if for some reason the sewing comes out a little bit, at least they're knotted. I don't know. It's just an added security feature for me, especially with a 7-year-old getting this blanket. I just hope he takes care of it. I'm a little nervous about him getting this blanket because of all the loopy-loop holes and stuff on it. I want to see if I need to get some yarn out and play with this drop down stitch on here and see if I can make it in a way where it fills the holes in, because the drop down stitches causes holes, not giant holes. You can't see them until you stretch the blanket out. Like, they're hidden until you stretch the blanket out. If that makes sense. I'll have to show you here in a sec. Oh my goodness, $2,000. Woo wee! Yeah, I can see that. Why? Yeah, that is a lot. Man, you are selling those for cheap, like dirt cheap, for what they're worth. Well, yeah. Well, I'm actually hoping for some rain tomorrow. Okay, so here, let me show you what I'm talking about. So, like, these drop down stitches, like I said, you can't see the holes from the front. If you look on the back, and even on the back, you can't see it until it stretches out. But this is an area of the drop down stitches right here, and you can see the holes. It's only when the weight is pulling it down you can see them. And they're not big. I mean, but you can see them when I stretch it out. You can see all the holes. Again, they're not huge. It's not until they're like this you can't see them. And when you look at it from the front, you really can't see them too bad either. But I feel like there's got to be a way to make this stitch without the holes. Y'all, I'm not even done with the first repeat of tails. Nope. It's for my kid. He ain't gonna care if it's blocked or not. Nope. I'm just gonna leave it like this. Yeah, he's not gonna care. He's 7 years old. He's just gonna be happy that he finally has it. Because Mom's been working on it now for quite a while. Quite a few months. I don't remember when I started it. Maybe Julianne can help me. When did you first decide you were going to make it? Because I think about the time I started it is about the time you decided you wanted to make it. Do you remember when that was? I don't remember. Actually, I wonder if I wrote it down. Oh, I just knocked something off. Fabulous. Let's see. Did I write it down? I don't think I did. I have the autumn aspirations done, so it was done after the autumn aspirations started. Jonathan's blanket. Or no, Jared's blanket. That was a different one. Beginning of March? Has it only been that long? I feel like it's been longer than that. I feel like I started in the fall. But maybe that's when Julianne started wanting to make it. It was March. Now I don't have it written down. When did I start? Well, when did it? No. It was not long after he came out with the Gigabyte blanket. I don't think. My brain just remembering things is bad. I don't know. Nope. Brain's not working. Memories don't work. Julianne, you did hear your name. When did you decide to start making the Gigabyte blanket? How long ago did you go, ooh, I want to make that? Because I'm trying to remember when I started mine. I was heating the coffee. Because I don't remember when I started mine. Oh my goodness, the fibers in the air around me. They're not floating anymore, but they're just on me. See, Julianne, I think you're right. I want to say it was around, yeah. Well, when did he come out with the darn blanket? That would be easier. Because it was shortly after he came out with them. It's got to be. The stitches are so loose on this end that I'm literally just going back and forth like a million times and then hoping it stays. You got the hooks for Christmas. That's what I'm thinking. It was. I wish I could remember. I just can't. Oh, 1,575. I have 1,575 followers or subscribers. Followers, same thing. January. Let's see. Huh. I don't see any thumbnails with it so far. Back in November. Gosh, I feel like I started it and was going to maybe try to have it done by his birthday, which was the end of October, but that's too far back. Yeah, I don't know. I can't find it. Around the time of our first big ice storms. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have it started I can't find a thumbnail with it, so. Oh my goodness. I'm just now getting to the blue and purple. Yeah, so I think it was sometime around October, November, December. You know, one of those 3 months. I was thinking it was like late fall, early winter. Just can't write it. But it sat around for a while because I wasn't like concentrated on working on it. It wasn't till here lately I was like, I really need to get that done. And then the surgery thing is coming up, and I was like, you know what? That would be an amazing thing to give him to cuddle with. Either at the hospital would be amazing to take with us, but it might be too cumbersome in the hospital. But at least, you know, when he goes to bed Friday night, have it with him is my plan. If not Friday night, Saturday night, because he'll still be recovering from it on Saturday. So, and then I think my middle kid has his last football game, because I want to say it only goes for 6 weeks, and he's coming up on his 5th week this week. I think this is his. Oh, come on. I had my needle in the right place between all the right like fibers and things, and then the yarn just slipped out of it. It's like, come on, I had you in the right a good spot. You know, I want to get some of those 6 months. So yeah, it's probably been January or at Christmas. December-ish. I want to show you guys these needles. These what are they called? They're like these, but they're different. I hate when my husband's bored. I want to say there's clover tapestry needles. Tapestry. Or is it those? No. Oh, what are they called? I don't know what brand they are. There's a certain kind of tapestry needles that they look more like, oh, these Susan Bates. I want to get these because I saw somebody show why they prefer these over the other ones, and it's because it doesn't matter how short your tail is that you're trying to sew in, these work so much better. These kind. I don't know, finishing needles is what they're called. Susan Bate finishing, and look at that, they can fit from 0 all the way up to 6. And I want to say she uses that blue one the most because it's 3/4, size 3/4. Oh, $6.65. Is that a good price for those? Brr. I don't know if I can find them in stores. What would you call those? Susan Bates tapestry needles. Shopping. Hobby Lobby has the regular ones with the bent ends. It looks like it's $6.65 for 5 tapestry needles where I'm only going to use maybe 2. Because I want to say the girl that I found this video on these for, literally out of the whole package, only ever used the middle 2, maybe the blue and the red one, the 3 to 5 size one, the 3 weight to 5 weight. I want to get these tails done. All right, I think I'm going to let you guys go because I really don't want to sit here and bore you to tears. And true, she might like them for the blanket yarn, the bigger one. I could share. You would pay $6? Okay. Well, I need to find $20 more because I can get them delivered tomorrow. Between 4 and 8 a.m. But I'm going to choose the mid-morning one, the 8 to 11 or whatever it is, 7 to 11. Because I don't want Amazon people showing up at 4 o'clock in the morning to deliver something on my porch and have it sit out there for several hours in the dark. So I need to spend $25 so I can get same day delivery kind of thing is what it's called, or 1 day delivery. Oh, what could I add to that? My husband's gonna kill me. Well, Melissa H, I'm gonna get off here too. Like I said, I don't want to bore you guys to tears, and I need to get going and making sure the kids get something to eat in the next 45 minutes before we have to leave. I suppose I could buy 2 of them and then keep, that way I have at least 2 of them, you know? You're sure there's a pattern book? Well, Amazon doesn't want me to get anything else. It won't load. 4 more spikes left. Goodness gracious. And how many did you say you had to do? Like 50 of them? Oh, Oh, I have to go to the bathroom. My milk and my coffee starting to hit. Oh, what could I get? What could I get? Hem, 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 hem. Hem, 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 hem. Hem, 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 hem. I want one of those blocking boards. But I'm not going to get it right now. Oh, 40 of them. Still. You've done 36 of them. I don't need wool needles either. I don't know. Do I order 2 of them so I have 2? Do 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 do. My goodness. I could be here forever shopping on Amazon. I know there's these blocking boards that are on here like these. That blocking board right there, but I don't know. I think that needs to be one of those. I think I'm going to put, you know what? I'm just going to put this one. I'm going to put this one in my, it's one I can get tomorrow too. But I'm going to put it in my wish list. So I do have an Amazon wish list if y'all are curious. It's there. I don't promote it other than, hey, it's in the description box if you want to check it out. By all means, I'm not going to be like, you know, I'm not going to push it. I mean, I could buy some more of the Red Heart Super Failure. I don't know. Do 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 do. I'm gonna have to look later because I have no idea what I would add to this. Because there's nothing I really need. Do I need anything for their schooling? I don't know. I'm trying to think. Oh, I haven't tied this one together. I mean, I haven't knotted it yet, but I am now. I don't think I need anything for school. I think I'm good there. Hem, 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 hem. Hem, 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 hem. Hem, 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 hem. I don't know. But I'm also trying to be a good girl and not buy too much. So that's why I'm trying to stick to the $25 so it doesn't add up as quickly. I don't do it too much. There are some counter things I could get, I suppose. You know what? I'm going to add that to them. There's these little clear counter bingo things I can get. Oh my goodness, done. How big are these spikes? Clear, or you know what? I'm going to do bingo counters. Maybe that's what they're called. But I don't need 300 of them. Or 500 of them. Or 1,000. I like 100 would be plenty. Way more than plenty. I don't need 500 or 1,000. Oh my word. I just need like 250 for $6. I mean, but it doesn't give me 1-day delivery. I want 1-day delivery. Oh, goodness. Because if it doesn't do the 1-day delivery, it won't come together. 5 chains plus a stitch in each chain. Well, that's not very many. No wonder you're getting them done very fast. I don't know. I'll figure it out. All right. I think I'm going to get off here. It's been an hour and 45 minutes, and I'm sure y'all are just crying your little eyes out. Oh, so it was 50. I'm sure you guys are crying your little eyes out because you're so bored. You're bored to tears. I don't know what I'm going to do with Amazon. Oh my goodness. I don't want to have to spend another $20 just to get them, but you know what? I'm sure I'll find something. All right, guys. I'm going to let you go. I need to get off here and get going. No worries, Rebecca. Julianne, you're fine. I'm going to get off here and see what I can find on Amazon because like I said, I don't want to bore you guys to tears. And I need to make sure I get going and not I need to manage my time well. I'm really bad about just kind of, well, just a little longer. Then it's like, oh, we need to leave like yesterday. We need to leave like an hour ago. So yes, it is time to get ready for the day, even though my day is almost half over. It's almost lunchtime for me. So, all right, guys, thank you guys for hanging out with me. I hope you guys enjoyed the craziness, and I will see you when I see you. Have a great day. Be kind, be positive, make something beautiful, and we'll see you later.